Welcome back to How About Them Cowboys. I'm your host, Spud. It's my co-host, Shay. We're going to go right into it. Post-game reactions. Cowboys versus the 49ers. Cowboys win 27-24 in overtime. Let's talk about some of the plays that were made in this game.
Okay.
I in particular want to talk about the overtime play with Jesse Holley.
Yes.
Jesse Holley's playing in the slot. Romo talks to him before the game, gives him this kind of eye and tells him that it's on. And he throws that slant. Jesse Holley goes the distance. We kick the field goal, we win. What is your reactions on Jesse Holley's upcoming?
Wow. I think I'm actually ready to see him play in future games. He's been saying he's ready. Maybe now with that performance he can be ready. So I think we're going to see him on the field a lot more than we used to.
All right, let's talk about Darius Bailey 21-yard missed field goal, which is just it bothers me sometimes because I really feel like if he had made that field goal, maybe we wouldn't have had to go to overtime. Maybe.
I agree.
Maybe. I'm not saying that he makes it, we don't go into overtime because we don't know what could have happened. But I do know that 21 yards, we need to make it.
I agree with you 100%. I mean, I just think that a field goal, 21 yards is, that's high school. I don't know. I guess it's you win some, you lose some, you make some, you don't make some. But it's just, I feel like it's unacceptable for us to miss 21-yard field goals. Nope. Especially when it's costing us a game.
Yeah. Well, on the flip side, or the brighter side of things, I believe that our defense played extremely well. Although, I really felt like this was a cake ride. Like, I really felt like we should have just been rolling on the 49ers. Because, I personally don't think the 49ers are that good. That's just my opinion. But the 49ers came out sharp. They looked like they studied us very well. They came out and they attacked our defense very well. They knew where our weaknesses was, and they attacked that very well. What did you think?
I think it's all Ryan's fault. Rex is I think he was ready. He's been talking a lot of trash. I think they did study us. I think they studied us very well. I actually think they made good plays, on account of what they did and what they actually brought. I think they did. So it's no doubt in my mind that they studied us. And they've probably been studying us for a while to actually
sometimes, when you're America's team, you get looked at a lot.
You do.
Let's talk about something that happened in this game that just kind of made me feel a little uneasy. Let's talk about Romo's injury.
Aww.
Romo suffered a rib cage injury, broken ribs. Later we found out that he had a punctured lung. Late in the second quarter of the game, and he came back and played. But what do you think about the offensive line really giving up that much lead for him to be getting sacked this much?
I was extremely disappointed, and I think that's one of the things that I kept saying in the game before we even found out that he got injured the way that he did was, why is he getting sacked all of these times? What's going on? Why is our line? He's open. It's no one blocking him. And I have a humongous issue with that. Not only does our quarterback get hurt, but these teams are seeing that we have open spaces and are actually taking advantage of it. And that's not good.
On the lighter side of things, let's talk about Miles Austin.
Yeah.
On our last one we did for week 1, we really were saying that we wanted to see Miles Austin in the offense a little bit more. And we got a lot of Miles Austin. 10 catches, 3 touchdowns, 100 plus yards. Miles was doing his thing. Unfortunately, we might have lost him for about 4 weeks. I know he's a no-go for the Redskins, which is our upcoming game. So
he said he's getting better, though.
Well,
he did say that.
I just want him to be better before the Patriots game. So, moving right along, we want to discuss. What do you think about the what do you call them? D'Angelo Hall's comments that he made about Romo's injury.
Okay, so initially when I heard it, I was like really disturbed. I feel like, it is a competition, and I understand that you want to make your competition weak, but come on now. If that's what y'all have to do, or y'all have to go against our quarterback who's already injured, and you have to physically hurt him because you feel like you can't stop him any other way, that makes you look weak. That doesn't make us look weak. That makes you look weak. But not only that, I feel like it was a low blow. I understand that you come into the game, you do what you have to do. You want to get the other players down. You want to stop us. But that was really a low blow. He could have kept it really, I guess, more open. Like, you don't have to say in detail as much what you're going to do. Or I'm going to go after his ribs because they're broken. Or I'm going to, I just feel like you don't do that. It was just very unnecessary.
Well, my opinion happens to be slightly different. I'm not really a D-Hall fan. I never liked him when he was with the Falcons. I don't like him now when he plays with the Redskins. But I actually believe that he has a point. He's just like all the other players. He just happened to say it out of his mouth. It's kind of one of those things where coaches even do that. They go, oh, well, we know such and such is this way, so they find a way to devise, and scheme around it, especially when it comes to a cornerback. They do that a lot. So I really feel like, he had a thing. Maybe not coming out and just saying that, but I'm pretty sure this is a normal practice amongst all the NFL players.
I agree with you. And I know it is, because who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want a way to stop to have a way or have an advantage of stopping someone else? It's just what was said and the way that it was said. It was just, the context of it was just a little bit too much for me.
Monday night game. We all know we've been anticipating. We're waiting. I think it's going to be a great game. We're playing the Washington Redskins Monday night at the new stadium. It's going to be our first home game that we're going to be playing this season. We're really excited about coming into our home playing the Washington Redskins. Let's talk about who will pose as a threat to us on the Washington Redskins team. One of the persons I'm really and particularly concerned about is Tim Hightower.
Yes, I agree. I couldn't agree more.
I watched Tim Hightower the last 2 games. He seems to be fitting in very well in Shanahan's zone blocking scheme. And all the running backs really do well in his system, which is kind of one of those iffy moments, but he seems to be doing very well, and the way that we've been tackling a little bit kind of scares me, because he's been breaking a lot of tackles, and he's been getting in the open, making plays, extending those 3rd and 2s, extending those 3rd and 3s, and making it, drive consistent so that Rex, can get on the field and start making more passes. So he kind of worries me a little bit. What about you?
I think I can agree with you more. I've been watching him these past, first game and the second game, and I'm just like, they're not only saying his name a lot, but he is doing a lot. If you sit back and you just watch him, it's like, look who's running. Hightower. And this is who they're throwing the ball to. Rex is connecting with him. And I think that's one of the things that the Cowboys actually need to watch. If he's on the field, he's somebody that needs coverage. He needs coverage. If he doesn't have coverage, that's the game. That's them running down the field, making touchdowns and doing all this. So I think that we really need to watch him.
All right, let's talk about who we have on our team that we can use as a weapon against them. Of course, we're playing without Miles Austin. We'll probably be playing without our center and our right guard also. It looks like Terrence Newman is a go. It looks like he may be ready to go. We're going to have Mike Jenkins gone. Orlando Skandrick is not going to be playing. So Adam Ball's going to be playing in his spot. The defense is going to be looking like it's going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But we're still going to be without a lot of our offensive stars. Dance is still up in the air. And Witten is still, he's still battling the injury, but I'm 100% that he's going to play.
Yeah.
But I think Witten serves as our best weapon. I remember the last game that we played him last season. Witten caught 10 passes, 140 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He literally ripped the Redskins before defense up. So, with that being said, if Tony gets enough time back there, I really feel like Jason Witten could be our biggest weapon. What do you think?
Okay. I agree. If Miles isn't playing, then of course I go with Witten. I usually have like a top 3 with them. I think that Witten, of course, Romo has been connecting with him for a long time, and they work really well together. So I'm really, really happy about seeing that. I'm also happy about seeing Dez Bryant. I'm happy to see 88 on the field, running downfield. I think that if we had those two on our team, we're going to do really good. And as long as, they don't get hurt, you guys. We can go in there and pretty much do some damage. Romo connects with both of them very well. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, so let's take an outlook. We call this the outlook session. And we just take a moment to look outside the Cowboys facility, to look around the league and see what's really going on. One person I've really been impressed with is Ryan Fitzpatrick for the Buffalo Bills, the quarterback. I've been watching his games, and I've been watching him go through his motions. I remember he used to play for the St. Louis Rams back in the day, and he was backing up Mark Bojan. He was also got a chance to get into the games and play a few. And I was like, he's okay, but I don't see him as a starter. But now he's starting for Buffalo. He's actually looking good.
Yeah.
The question I have for you, though, is Fitzpatrick for real? I know we talk about the Buffalo Bills, but I believe games are won and lost with the quarterback. And it really starts with the quarterback. So my question is Fitzpatrick for real, or is he just playing a really weak defense?
Spur, I don't know. I just, right now, I really don't know. We're only going into week 3. I think that we need to see them competing a little bit more. But from what he is now, if he continues to be consistent, and he's consistent over the next 2 or 3 games, I would say he's for real. I would say he is absolutely for real. And the Bills aren't a go-to team, so I think that they have a pretty good chance.
Well, he's going to have his hands full going against the Patriots.
So we'll see about that.
We'll see if he's for real or if he's faking, okay? Because Kansas City Chiefs has been getting ripped up for the past 2 games.
Yes, oh my God.
Oakland.
What was the score? 348, 345, something like that.
It was
horrible.
Okay, we didn't even go there. Okay, that's how bad that was. But we want to talk about these matchups that's coming up right now, and we want to talk about the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. We just want to go down. You just tell me who you think is going to win between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't know. That's a pretty hard matchup. They are rivalries. I probably I want to put my money on Vic with this one. Manning is awesome, but I think I really want to see what Vic is going to do, and I'm really excited to actually see the matchup in the new line that they do have.
I'm going with the New York Giants. The reason why I say the New York Giants, I feel like Eli Manning is poised to come back and really show the world that the Eagles defense is really not that good. And I'm saying that on impulse because I really hate the Eagles. Okay. So let's talk about another matchup. I'm really looking forward to this matchup, which is Houston and New Orleans.
Yes.
2 high-power offenses. Matt Schaub on one end, Drew Brees on the other end. What's the outcome of this game?
I'll probably go with Houston. Actually, I love Drew Brees. I love what they can do, but it's just sometimes I can't always depend on Drew Brees. So I'm actually going with the Texans on this one.
If Sean Payne was here, he would push you over his head. I'm going with Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a Super Bowl champion. He's done this before. He has just been amazing. So I'm going with Drew Brees. Okay? So let's talk about this last matchup that we want to talk about is between Detroit and Minnesota. And I know this is not really a flashy matchup, but we want to talk about this matchup because Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions have been ripping it up. Yep. And the Minnesota Vikings are 0-2, and they're desperately falling to 0-3. So let's talk about who you got winning this game.
I would probably put my money on the Lions. I really want to go with the Vikings, but they haven't really shown me anything. I need McNabb to actually step out and show what he can do and show what he's capable of. I'm very disappointed in him right now.
Detroit. Enough said. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for tuning in. This is How About Them Cowboys. Again, I'm your host, Spud, and this is my co-host, Shay.
We'll see y'all next week.
Week 3.